But anyways, make sure to check it out, guys. And if you do decide to learn more about Ting or even sign up with Ting, use bttv.ting.com to let them know that we sent you their way. But a bit of a pylon block in the middle of the map so you can play greedier. Kind of cool to see is the opening. Bottom left side, double gases. It's the blue Protoss, Patience.
In the top left as the red Terran, also double gases. It's Gumiho.
Gumiho's double gases are certainly making me question what he plans to do here, and Patience is going to scout that really quick too. But the pylon block in the middle of the map means there's no Reaper harass, and for that reason he doesn't have to rush out a Mothership core, and he doesn't have to pump out an Adept as fast as possible. The time the Reaper gets here, he can actually play pretty relaxed and casually.
Yeah, there is no Reaper with this build. So he actually doesn't worry about much at all. What he has to worry about is the next, like in 2 minutes, something like that. What comes out of the starports, probably. We did see earlier on today Reality go for some really cool Cyclone play with like a handful of Marines, but I don't know if that's what Gumi will be going for. We'll see if it's a Tech Lab. It is a Tech Lab and a starport, so possibly Cyclone, Liberator. A tank job versus Protoss is not really that often. Not a single tank job versus Protoss.
Yeah, we're seeing tanks used like en masse, like 5 or 6 at a time, but this is weird for a couple of different reasons. But one, basing it for Gumiho, it's worked for his 2 other counterparts. I mean, what Ryung, like someone posted on Team Liquid, like literally 1-1-1'd his way through. What is this, 2011? And I mean, if Gumiho can pull off something similar, if he can knock out Patience, that'll be great. But I just realized, actually, on saying that, we're every matchup TVP? Yeah, every qualifier match is TVP today.
Oh,
Ryung versus Patience, Reality versus
Okay.
Blaze, Gumiho versus Patience.
And Protoss has always lost.
Oh.
Dun dun dun. Alright, so Patience is going for a Phoenix, which is really important because it pretty much counters anything that comes up with the starport. This case, it is a Banshee, and he'll need detection too.
Right, and that's where the problem for this falls through. Like, okay, you can maybe print out an Oracle, but those Phoenix, as long as the Banshee doesn't go across right away and he actually waits for stealth to finish, I feel like that Banshee should get a considerable amount of kills before it's even detected.
Yeah, if he waits for Cloak to finish. Unfortunately, you do usually send it out just across the map at the start. And I don't know if he's gotten any scouting. No, he hasn't, because of the pylon. An SEV could have gone through and maybe gotten the scouts. A Marine could have walked through. A Hellion could have tried to race forward. But with the pylon blocking it like it was, none of that happened. By the time the Marine got over here, there's enough units to obviously kill it.
Okay, well now those Phoenix are coming across, and this Banshee, she did take the long way around, so she's not going to be revealed.
Patience is going for a Robo, though, and like the 1-1-1 build, the one based build is always scary for Protosses, but I'm not sure if I liked the Banshee play here. We'll see if he can get anything done. I mean, worst case scenario, she sacks herself on the probes and kills quite a few, and at least makes it somewhat worth it.
It's kind of what's
But
happening.
best case scenario, well, actually, like best case scenario, the probes are entirely pooled. There's no detection. She's gonna kill a lot of probes if they come back. Like, this actually did a lot more than I thought it was going to. Oh.
Yeah, one of them is an interesting shot. Okay, Banshee comes towards the main, put an overcharge, just pop, but again, the Oracle's not here yet, so Revelation doesn't get the Banshee tagged, and even if it does, she's actually floating outside of the range right now.
Alright, so New Revelation is nice that it permanently, like, you know, cloaks this. It's not to chase it around, or uncloaks it rather, but is bad if there's more than 2 things that are cloaked. Now, luckily, that Banshee runs out of energy.
14 kills out of 2 Banshees is a certainly strange way to assess this, because, okay, the resources lost is even, but on top of losing probes like that, Patience also lost a lot of mining. I mean, he ran to the middle of the map and then back, so I mean, the Banshees denied a lot of income for a significant amount of time, and normally when you see Phoenix openers, the problem is they don't have a lot on the ground underneath this. So these Marines starting to push out now. The overcharge was popped in the main. You know, there's not a lot to actually defend this Marine push. There's a couple overcharges banked up, but still, this is not going to be an easy peasy defense for Patience, especially as Gumiho starts taking on that pylon and is now heading towards the natural.
Yeah, there aren't any pylons here.
There's like one in the back, but yeah, it's not going to be able to protect the Nexus.
It won't reach the right side of the probes either, so everything does have to be pulled back. Soccer will go down, another pylon is going to go down here. Just focus fire it. Yeah, better not pop an overcharge on that. The Phoenixes and everything combined, I don't even know if he necessarily needed the probes, would have been able to take care of this.
It's strange though, because when you throw away this many units early on in the matchup, it's like, okay, counterattack will win. But not be it's Phoenix. Like most of that huge supply lead that Patience gained, like when he takes like fights like that, it's in Phoenix out in the sky. So Gumio's still on a supply lead. He's still on an army supply lead.
Is that a Colossus? Is that a giraffe?
I mean, Knighten showed us that Colossus can still work.
Yeah, and he went for some pretty quick Colossus too, you know, like on 2 base, I'm pretty sure. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. We saw Myungsik early on in Legacy of the Void, post beta anyways, go for some Colossus Phoenix build because that's what he was most known for, you know? And we saw like maybe 4 of his games and it was like a 50-50 success rate. Oh, the turret, see that? But I don't know if this is really going to work out. The Phoenixes, they're okay, but there's not much else on the ground.
Well, actually, I really wish the Phoenix were at home right now. They'd be able to stop these tank drops.
Yeah, right? Oh my god, he has the first skin!
Oh yeah, there's 2 Colossus skins. I forgot. There's the Tal'Darim one, and then there's the Purifier one.
So good.
Can you actually access the Tal'Darim one yet? I have no idea. I've not actually looked
You have
into
the
that.
achievement.
Okay. That's what for the single players?
Oh.
Okay, thanks, Samgo.
You're welcome.
Back to you.
Oh no, something's happening. The tanks are doing a really nice job.
Yeah, the range is going to keep the Colossus from being able to actually jump on top of the Marines like they would love to. The Marines even be able to take on the Colossus if they weren't inside that time warp, but the Nexus is slowly being chipped away while this goes on. The Colossus is getting lower and lower in health. Even though there's another Colossus on the way, there we go. The Phoenix finally come back home to lift this up, but the Colossus falls. The Mothership Core goes down. GG. Gumiho. Gumiho's going to take game number 1. Yeah, it's a good thing we had that whole